Super.
BS.
Give me the beat, boys.
Free my soul.
Wait, whoa, and girl, because there's a girl on the show tonight.
Are we still getting lost in that rock and roll?
Free my
We
little
could.
soul.
Free my little soul. Yo, what up? This is the Super BS cast, and we are here back from the dead, ready to break some bread. Is that what people say on the show?
Hell yeah.
Right, okay. So I am your host tonight.
Brian, and you sound very tired tonight, Brian.
So I'm your host tonight. My name is StankBank, aka Dave, aka StankBank, because Donna is StankBank.
Okay, the bank.
The bank. So who do we have? Who's in?
Feels especially like wish we had buttons for noises.
And a hat that goes like boing.
Like a hat. Talk to the hand. Who's in front of me, Brian?
This is your Professor Brank Broderson coming back, ready to give you the real truth about the games he's been playing.
That sounds. We can't wait for that. I'm so glad we waited to talk about this till we got on the show.
Never spoken a word about games between last week and this
Who
week.
is to my right? Immediate right.
That would be Brian. Professor Brank Broderson.
What is
Next.
Brian 2.0?
Not much, just being Brian, but better.
Nice, dude.
Better
And
at it.
Who is to Brian 2.0's right?
Is that Dr. Jank Jankerson, PhD in brain surgery and part-time hamster trainer?
DeVry
Wow.
University.
Devry University.
Dang, we are
He's been working on that one all week.
We are honored and privileged to have you on the show tonight, third Brian. And who is the only Y chromosome in the room tonight? Who do we have on the show tonight?
It's Ashlyn.
Hey, Ashlyn.
I do not have a nickname because I told them to make one up for me.
It's Ank.
Very.
Ank?
Hank Ankerson.
Ank
Ankerson.
Ank
We lost
Ankerson?
all of the other.
What? Okay, wait. What about Ashlink?
How about Ashlander? I think that's cool.
Ashlander is pretty cool. What about? Should we
Jinx.
throw a the in there? Do you want a the on that?
I would
But
love.
you will have to go through a Elder Scrolls lore quiz to
Ooh.
Wow,
earn your Ashlander
that sounds
title.
mind.
painful for
Yeah.
everyone.
Do we have time for that?
So,
Tell me about Akatosh.
so Ashlyn, are you cool with the Ashlander or Ashlander?
I'm definitely fine with the Ashlander.
The Ashlander.
Yeah.
Will she evolve into
She's
Ashlar?
really picky about her articles. It has to be the.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So Ashlander, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how are you on the show tonight? Like, how do we know you?
What dimension are you coming
What
from?
dimension are you from?
Because how are you on the show? We don't actually know.
I did not get all of your nicknames.
Well,
So.
Okay. Okay.
Ashlander
Josh-
is our famous
Josh,
for
Professor-
David worship and so many
Well,
James.
wait.
Jankerson.
So our guest is talking. So I'm gonna smite you.
Divine Smite.
He's a professor and a hamster trainer.
Hamster trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. Part-time brain surgeon.
No, part-time hamster trainer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So sorry.
Full-time
At
hamster.
DeVry.
So you're friends with Jank.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
What's it like to be a friend of his?
We haven't seen each other in a while. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a question
that
no
what you
one
will.
can answer.
Yeah.
And that's what brought you together somehow,
Yeah.
right?
Somehow. Yeah.
That's great. So, guys, as you all know, we are an explicit podcast, but tonight we're going to be toning it down for the Ashlander. Totally joking.
all night long.
We're actually coming at you live from Walmart. So
Censored podcast.
CRAPSs, man. We're doing them.
We really aren't an explicit content show, but we are. And
How? How are we explicit content?
That's just a switch you picked, right?
I forgot to click the clean option.
there we go. So real quick, let's take care of some real fast house sweeping items for old Brian Bear over here. We would love to hear from you guys. Rate and review the show. Hit us up on Gmail, Super BS Cast.
Cats.
Super BS Cats. From all of our European listeners, we probably shouldn't make too many wordplay jokes about that because they wouldn't get it. Sorry, guys, we love you. anyways, superbscast@gmail.com. Find us on social media. Let us know what you're up to. Ask us questions. We'll answer them on the air. Be super fun, we think. And we also
we'll answer them in the air.
In
on
the
our
air.
way, flying out to hang out with you.
Right.
In the Ukraine.
We're doing that right now. We're coming to you guys.
Oh, real quick, Donna. Ukraine doesn't like articles either, so it's just Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Ukraine crane.
The Ukraine.
It's okay. I learned Ukrainian briefly when I was a boy because my grandma speaks it. So
Can we hear a little bit of that?
I don't remember anything except
Sprechen Sie
for.
Deutsch?
Did everyone watch my gay Hitler video I sent after you said that?
I only watch politically correct videos, okay?
From SNL.
Oh yeah, I did watch it. I did.
I remember like "Du dobra Borchek" or something like that.
What does it mean?
That's
It means you're a good little boy,
Oh.
Okay.
which is
That
something
was-
my grandma would say
It
to
was
me.
never said to him, actually. Okay, real quick, we have a fast review, an exclusive review.
Going on a fast.
Coming up fast, coming up hot, from one guy that we know and love named Ponghwa. Ponghwa? What does that mean, Brian?
It's like bong.
Friend? Or, I don't know.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh, you lived in China.
Pengyo.
No, not Ponyo. Ponghwa.
It should be Pengyo, which is friend in
It's
Chinese.
actually short for bonghua.
Bongwa, which is like bong water.
makes more
film.
sense.
But he was a little too.
Jack Black.
He was a little too stoned when he made his account. He spelled it Ponghua.
Ponghwa.
Did you guys ever watch that real quick?
What?
Bong water.
Oh yeah, that movie.
That was a movie? Dude.
It's like the worst movie. It's so
I
boring.
love that it exists.
So anyways, Ponghwa says, my kind of dudes. He might have to amend this if he were,
Dudettes.
yeah, if we were to listen to tonight's show, but he didn't, so it's okay. Not yet, anyway. All right, my kind of dudes, 5 stars. Dudes are smart and engaging. The more I listen, the more I laugh. Not to mention learn about games I've been wanting to hear about. No more IGN.com for me. Thanks, duders. Well, Ponghwa, that is a awesome comment. We are so glad.
I want to make an amendment.
Oh my
to
goodness,
that.
who's at the door?
David, it's Patsy.
Oh, hey, Patsy.
Oh, hey,
Hey.
Patsy.
It's my mother-in-law. Hey.
Sorry.
Everything okay? Okay. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Got a
That
package.
That
ruins
was
my,
awesome.
That ruins my joke about.
Oh
you
man,
making
everyone
correction.
like so
really
wanted
wanted
to
to
hear
hear it,
that
yeah.
joke.
Right, you know?
So
Excited.
bad.
Say
Edge
it
of
needs
my
to amend
seat.
that.
So
not
what-
not for engaging men, for men who are engaged to each other.
So, Stank, what video game package did you just receive
Oh, okay.
from your mother-in-law? We knew she's a big gamer.
Yeah. I just received some doTERRA essential oils, which my wife sells. So a little self-plug there. Hit me up on. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Okay. Anyways, guys.
Tell us about those.
Don't Terra. Guys, I want to know what y'all been playing. I just don't know who to start with tonight. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Myself. Okay, I'll start with myself. Wow, thanks.
Nice.
It's cool being moderator. You can do that kind of stuff. Okay.
Moderation.
In moderation. That's right. All things in moderation. So, real quick, I've just been playing World of Warcraft still a little bit.
It sucks, of course, yeah.
And the game that I have just recently started, which I'm assuming, Donna, you're going to talk about as well?
Sure am.
So, let's say that for the end, maybe.
All right.
And then.
I've been playing it too.
Oh, okay.
Twice.
Wow, that's great. So that's it for me. Just a quick little wow. I wanted to get that in there and come on out. So,
Nice.
Brank, why don't you tell me what you've been playing, man?
Actually, I know our guest has been playing one of the games that I spend the most time with.
How would you know that? We don't talk about games off the podcast.
Some little bird, aka a Jankerson, may have let me know some game logs that this guest may have been playing before. So I don't want to really get too deep into it because I'm going to have to interrupt her nonstop to talk about it all day, every day. But I have been playing another game that you guys have been playing, which I don't want to talk about. And I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Which, as we all know, we were all really excited for. It's amazing. We love it. Voice acting is great. Dialogue is great. It's all modern. You're assassinating people from buildings. It's really, really fun.
People in Ukraine get
This is-
sarcasm.
I was just about to say, you're going to have to dial that back a little bit.
I can
Brian.
no longer do sarcasm. No, it's definitely not my type of game in the first 2 hours because it's only allowed me to play for like 10 minutes. But, there's only...
It's only allowed you. There's like a parental setting.
There's a
that
parental
your wife
setting.
put on there for you? Or
yeah,
what's
my
that
my
about?
wife put it on there
Wow.
for me. No, it's...
Classic Sandy.
There's just Sandy's all about that, man. Never lets me play the games. But no, there's like a ton of cutscenes. Voice acting's not as bad as everyone picked on it for. but the gameplay is just not fun. I think Josh mentioned Final Fantasy 12 that he couldn't really get back into it, where it's like, oh, you click attack and you just watch people do stuff. Well, this is like that on slow-mo without the fast-forward ability. So I'm hoping...
12 is only like that if you set it that way. You can turn off that.
Yeah, and you can actually like pause and do attacks and stuff. I'm hoping it gets a lot more fun, but right now it's not a blast.
How does it look? Like, is it...
It looks really weird just because like some of the characters are cel shaded and some aren't. So it's kind of a strange like the non-main characters are like not done in full cel shading, so they look kind of weird. But I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of beautiful for the main characters in the world, but like the way the cel shading's done and stuff.
Is that an artistic thing, or does it have anything to do with the lore of the game?
I mean,
you'll find out later.
I don't know. Art-wise, that game is like...
It's possible with that guy, but it's not likely.
There's just a lot of dumb stuff. It is totally like JRPG anime, like in the worst way, where like the game fixates on like a female's chest for long periods of time.
Brian. We're not explicit.
I know we're not allowed to talk about explicit stuff. No, it is comical though. Like character wakes up, he obviously is staring right at her chest. Character asks her. She asks the main character.
Was his face red when it happened?
I mean, there's no blood running out of his nose yet, but I'm just waiting for that scene. The character asks the main character, the character with a large chest, asks the main character, "Please touch my chest." At one point, it's like it is crazy, like how fan servicey some parts of it are. But I'm hoping it gets more enjoyable. The world's really cool looking and stuff. But
so the fan service just becomes better. That's what.
Yeah, the fan service.
Like a little more believable.
I can't wait, man. All those bloody noses are what I'm looking forward to.
Wait,
how are the oh, sorry, real quick. How are the like enemies? Because I saw on IGN there's a guy playing it and he kept dying because he was getting too close to high level enemies.
So I haven't gotten to the point where you're not, like I said, I've only played 2 hours, so I literally just finished the linear intro. Yeah.
Oh, test chutch. That's not a real word.
If it's anything like the first Xenoblade Chronicles, which I've played 60 hours of,
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Like they have all the areas are like really large open worldy areas that have like really like epic giant high level beasts roaming within the same areas as like weak ones, and you basically can't touch those guys until the end of the game.
So like Final Fantasy 13 where you have to kind of like go around people.
It's yeah, but it's a lot more. I mean, it because Final Fantasy 13 is a walking simulator until like the end of the game. So
it's for like 40 hours of that.
Xenoblade Chronicles opens up pretty fast. The first one, at least.
Yeah, I haven't just specifically about what I played. Like I've just done level 3 enemies, and you're level 3, so it's not been like very exciting. And you just watch the characters attack, and you occasionally put like a button to do like a special. So
are you guys gonna get it? You two, Jank and Donna?
Yeah, it's on my list.
Eventually,
but it'll be a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be trading it soon. I'm gonna try it for like 10 hours or so.
Ashlander, are you gonna get it?
I don't think so. From what I've heard it doesn't seem that exciting.
Based on Brank review.
Selling it.
Thanks
I'm
for
selling
that.
it
Yeah.
hard. I mean, I've only played 2 hours, to be fair. This is like supposed to be an 80-hour game that doesn't open up for 10 hours. So
who wants to play a game that doesn't open up for 10 hours? Like, who has the time
I guess
to play
I
that?
wanted to. That's why I bought it. I don't know.
What did you pay for it?
Like 50 something because Amazon Prime.
Okay. Are you playing anything else?
Yeah, but I'll wait for everyone else to talk about what the games I've been playing.
Okay. Ashlyn, why don't we hear about what you've been playing?
You've been playing.
Well, you guys have already talked a lot about Assassin's Creed.
We didn't get to
Origins.
talk about it yet. Hooray! That's what I've been playing too. Let's talk about it.
Segue.
Awesome. You like it?
Love it.
Oh, are you moderating? Brian?
I gotta ask you. I've been playing. That's a game I wanted to
Wait.
about.
Brian, what have you been playing?
I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, but I
Okay,
want to talk.
Jank, that's your one tonight? That's your one thing like that? Okay.
He's got his hat on sideways, guys. He's serious now.
Oh, wait.
I'm actually curious to ask you, since you love it so much. Have you played all the other ones? Like,
I played 2, Brotherhood, 4, Unity, parts of 1, but I've only beaten 2. So Origins might be the next one I beat because it's so much fun. Real quick, Ashlyn, did you play Witcher 3?
no, I did not.
This reminds me a lot of Witcher 3. That's
Really?
why I really, really enjoy it. It's obviously
First person I've heard make that comparison.
first person ever. Not a single
Nonetheless.
person. That's like the big comparison.
Really?
Wait, why is it?
I've heard it mocked for trying to be Witcher 3.
I mean, a lot of ways it is that. But anyways, go ahead, Ashlyn. I want to hear more about you. But I love it.
So what else are you playing?
Wait, she didn't even talk about Assassins. I want to hear what you think about it.
It's really
Just let me moderate, Brian.
Yeah, I played the second one. I played Black Flag. I played Syndicate. Very disappointed with Syndicate. But yeah, this one is so amazing. I love just exploring. And because I know in the second one, you try to just ride your horse through all the mountains and stuff like that, and it's so boring. But for this one, you can kind of just set your horse on a path and let it go and just watch it and watch the amazing graphics.
That's cool.
And you can also just, stumble upon a tomb or something like that. So I don't know. I really love it. It's great.
It's awesome.
That sounds really like Elder Scrollsy in the way
I was gonna make that comparison.
you just stumble upon things. That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
It also sounds like Tomb Raider in a way that you stumble upon a tomb.
Do you rate
rate
it?
it.
Yeah.
You rate it.
You rate it. It's
What-
Tomb Raider.
what level
I give
are
this
you?
tomb a 5 out of 10.
31?
My kind
Oh
of
wow. Okay. She's like eight levels
How many hours? How many hours in are you?
Ooh, I go off and on, so I don't really know.
Yeah, for sure.
But-
Do you see yourself beating it?
Ooh, I don't know about that. There's so many things to do. And I know a lot of people are like super completionists where they have to get all of the side quests, but right now I don't see how that's possible. I don't see the end because there's so many things.
Totally.
The world's huge. So I'm hoping to complete it though. It'd be a nice
Do
little...
you like big games like that, or do you like smaller games?
It's off and on. Because right now I'm also playing Assassin's Creed. I'm also playing this game called Hue. I don't know if you've got it.
I beat it. It was fun. It's awesome.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah. Indie game.
Very pretty.
Let's just take a moment to think about the fact that Brian actually beat a game.
We should take a moment of silence and reflect upon that a little bit.
I knew Hugh in high school, but then he tried to sell us all insurance in college, so I
I
stopped
know
hanging
that.
out with him.
I wish he listened to this now. No, Hugh is great. Can you tell me about Hugh?
He's
was
living in the
great.
Ukraine now, right?
Yeah.
The Ukraine.
The Ukraine.
Oh man, my cardinal rule.
Best description is like a side-scroller puzzle platformer.
And
Wouldn't you say?
yeah, and the hook is like, the worlds are all in different colors, and you can unlock colors. And the way you solve puzzles are like, say this puzzle's blue, you change the world to blue so you can move through the puzzle. It's really really well made, really really fun.
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on PS4.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I see how it is.
Are you playing Assassin's Creed Origin on PS4 as well?
I am.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that your
Oh,
primary console?
I see how it is.
You have a Switch though too, right?
Yeah, I have a Switch, and then I play PC for once in a while. But
Oh, what do you play on PC?
I play Cuphead on PC, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of its rightful home.
Did you get it through Steam then?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice. How does it play on PC?
I actually have to use a controller. I tried
Yeah, I was
doing
gonna
the
say.
keyboard and mouse didn't. Yeah.
Oh,
that
interesting.
Didn't work.
So you recently beat Cuphead.
No.
Oh,
no,
you're still playing Cuphead?
Yes.
Where are you in
That game
Cuphead?
is so infuriating. I am in the second world right now. I'm on the roller coaster.
Oh, that game is so great.
Oh, the clown?
It was with the clown. It's driving
fun,
cars
man.
into me right now, and I don't know. I love the music. I obviously love the graphics just because everything's
why?
hand drawn.
Does that resonate with you on any level?
She hates animation. She told us off the podcast.
Actually, it doesn't annoy just because I'm not like a traditional animator. Like you just do everything on the computer. So I have more appreciation for it because I've been through all those drawing classes and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just it's just beautiful.
I'm super interested to learn more about your animation background, and we can talk about that I think a little bit later for sure. But what else?
I'd love for you to animate some backgrounds for us as well.
we have some mock-ups that you could do. It'd be great. Anything else you're playing?
See, Assassin's Creed Hue. Not recently. Breath of the Wild, obviously.
Did you play Mario Odyssey?
I played a little bit of it. Only a little bit.
I don't
Yeah.
like this idea of a little bit not getting 900 moons.
There's
okay?
so many different games that just pop up. So I get distracted. But
We talk about that a lot. There's just too many games out there.
and then when I was playing it with my boyfriend, and it was just we were playing the 2-player, and I was the hat. So I didn't really get that much into it.
You gotta take control of Mario, okay? In that situation,
I
he's
know.
gotta be the hat every once in a
You
while.
have no hat.
Tell him, hey, boyfriend, you're gonna be Cappy for once, okay? I'm playing as Mario.
Or you just play one player. Tell that guy to go on an odyssey of his own.
There you go. That's how you do it.
It's true.
Donna's got some experience dealing with the old boyfriends. Guy's not funny. That's preference. So, Donna, why don't you tell me about what you playing?
Didn't we skip Josh?
Awkward.
I'm so sorry. Josh is just using he's sharing a mic, so I just thought Ashlyn spoke for him tonight. Is that not the case?
Yeah, plus his mouth is moving while she talks, so it's like a
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's what
I
I thought.
usually do for him, so.
Ashlyn's actually interrupting me too, so
Wow. Well, she's in.
Thank you, Ashlyn.
you passed the test.
So, Josh, why don't you tell us about what you're playing, man?
I've actually been playing just Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So I busted that thing open a couple days ago, and I sunk probably about 12 hours into it so far.
Cool,
And
dude.
I'm digging it. And I don't know, like, if you guys, when you're back at, I like how they went back to a modern setting, so you can go, you're in and out of the Animus. But I don't know if you guys opened her computer. But if you open the computer and read all the stuff inside, it ties into the Assassin's Creed movie and Watch Dogs 1 and 2.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Woof.
I don't know if you got
the
those
Watch
little
Dogs
Easter
part.
eggs or
Yeah.
not.
Oh
but,
man, I'm all about those
yeah.
Easter eggs. What level are you?
I am level 12 right now. So I just got to Alexandria.
It's an hour per level.
23. I just want to throw that in
But
again. So.
I'm having,
Wow,
like,
that's
the old
great.
Assassin's Creed games, I had a problem with going around and trying to be a completionist. So I would, anytime something popped open on the map, I would chase after it. And I'm having, like, to tell myself, I'm like, you don't have time to sit there and do all these things. So, like, I'll chase after all the question marks, but I will only do the stuff that will level me up in experience. I'm not doing any of the extra stuff, like treasure hunting and diving and all that stuff.
It's
But
very responsible of you.
yeah, you know, I just gotta be a good steward of my time, you know. So we were talking about the tombs. Like, I want to go back.
That's really
to this.
interesting because it gives me a perfect opportunity to interrupt you. Officially.
That's your
Official
one.
interruption.
That's your one
official
official interrupt.
But your unofficials, you've got like 10
Yeah,
more.
you'll,
That
got like
you'll-
10,
you'll
yeah.
get a few of
All
those
right.
too.
I'll be expected. No, but the
Oh, no, you're done.
Oh, there's 3 moderators tonight.
Dave, let me just,
Oh wait, Ashley needs to do her impressions of us.
I
tonight.
want to do like Michael's impression of Jim, like, oh, dude, I don't know.
He's legalistic
little
stick
comment.
at us. I'm just trying to have some fun over
Anyway.
here.
All right,
Continue, Josh. We are
Anyways,
enthralled.
the tomb.
Continue,
Going
Josh.
into the tombs and seeing like the bandits and stuff. It reminds me of an Elder Scrolls game, kind of. Like you see, they're trying to take elements of that, because that's something that wasn't in any of the other Assassin's Creed games. So far, I'm liking it. It seems like a very big game, and they make it seem like it's short just by giving you the little assassination list in the beginning of the game. But there's so much to do in that game. It's crazy.
Cool, man.
Amen.
Crazy.
Amen. Anything else, Janky? Pooh?
No, that's it.
Awesome.
Wait.
Oh,
No, that's it.
okay. Well, you good? You good?
No, yeah, wait.
good?
No,
Okay.
That was unofficial 1.
So Donna, let's hear what you're playing, man.
I have mostly continued to play Elder Scrolls Online this week.
Hooray!
Back to Brian.
Which
Deja
is-
vu.
Which is
Of last
going
week's episode.
exceedingly well.
Exceedingly well. What do you mean by that?
I'm progressing very quickly, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow, that's huge.
Are you an
It's-
Argonian?
Are you a
No.
level 12 like me? Like the highest
Have
rank?
you found the lusty Argonian
I
maid?
sure have.
Where'd you find that?
I am an
I
Argonian.
found it in Skyrim, near a camp of cult worshippers.
Is that a random drop in the world? Do you know?
No, it's a lore book technically, which is part of the Mages Guild
Yeah,
subplot.
you get reputation if you bring it back.
Yeah, it's not reputation, actually guild experience, because in this game, pretty much everything you can do opens up a skill line that you can do
Right.
skill points in. And so to grow your Mages Guild skill line, you find lore books in the world.
Nice.
And that like counts towards your experience there.
Are they still peddling the old skooma throughout Tamriel?
I did turn a skooma peddler into a guard in Vardenfell, which is very Morrowind.
Did you ride any of these striders or
I haven't done that.
you need
It's
to
so
do
fun
that.
to run around just. But
yeah, it's a really pretty game.
yeah,
really
but,
immersive.
Yeah, I'm level 40, so that's going really well. And I finished all of the Morrowind expansion quests, which actually end really well, really cool. There's a lot of really great writing in the Morrowind expansion. I'm only kind of just cracking into the base game, but I've actually done some really cool stuff in Skyrim as well as Stonefalls or Morrowind. I guess Stonefalls is part of Morrowind technically, but it's the base game.
I think everyone knows that.
Yeah,
so.
everyone knows that. So.
I mean, this is stupid to just tell us this stuff. Every single human being on Earth.
Everyone knows. But yeah, been doing some multiplayer. It's fun to play, kind of hop in and run dungeons and stuff with friends.
You guys are just doing PvE though, right? No PvP yet?
Yeah, no PvP yet. It's
I want you to play PvP.
Is there
They also explained to me how much you actually hated PvP while doing it.
Okay, but looking back, I did enjoy moments of it. PvP is a lot of fun in the game.
Yeah, it sounds fun. It's a lot different. Like PvP in this game is where a lot more of like the real kind of like MMO stuff steps in, where it's like you have to really focus your build, really understand what like equipment sets you're wearing and all that kind of stuff. PvE is great because in this game, since everything is scaled to you, you pretty much can do everything except for maybe like dungeons by yourself until you're super powerful, and then world bosses because those are intentionally really strong.
Real quick, is there open world PvP in this game? Like, can you attack somebody on the road?
I don't
you can
think
only
so.
duel people.
Yeah, you can duel people, but there's no...
okay.
Do they have to agree to it?
But
Yeah, they do have to
but
agree.
Cyrodiil, the entire like area of
huge.
Cyrodiil is all PvP.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like a Wrathy Basin, I want to say.
No, it'd be like Arathi.
Highlands?
No, it'd be Altric Valley.
Yeah, so yeah, but it's like
In WoW,
a
everyone.
triangle essentially instead of like the WoW is just a linear,
Actually,
line.
no, it'd be more like Wintergrasp in Wrath of the Lich King. There's like a whole zone that's just all PvP.
yeah, it's pretty much
Okay.
it is an entire zone that's PvP. You can take part in campaigns there and all that kind of stuff.
Did you guys play WoW or ESO? Do you guys play it?
No.
Okay.
Did you play Elder Scrolls like Skyrim or?
I played a little bit of Skyrim. Didn't get too far into it, but
It's a pretty
How
big
many
zone.
hours?
Sorry if I mute that mic from the rest of the night.
You should get it on your Switch. It's
I have it for the Switch.
Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah,
it's-
my boyfriend plays it
Oh, nice.
all the time.
Can you tell that guy to flip and give you the controller for once?
We agree.
So with the dungeons, you're mostly doing 4-man dungeons, right?
Mostly 4-man. There are these things called public dungeons, which are essentially non-instanced dungeons, and you can roll in there with a group, but there might be other people doing it at the same time as well. Those are actually can be soloable if you are like have a good build. But yeah, 4-man dungeons are what we're doing a lot of, which are super fun. They take maybe a half hour.
Are there
and-
raids in the game? Like
There's
10 or
so
20?
they call
12?
there's 12-man dungeons called trials, and those are supposed to be really hard and super cool. And they also they like unlock harder versions of themselves as you grow in levels of once you hit
Oh,
veteran
cool.
rank and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I
So-
saw like an achievement
Yeah.
advertised for that. Like
Yeah,
don't
so
touch the
there's-
lava or something.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot. It's a fun game. It's actually really great. It's super just like immersive Elder Scrolls game. So
So Dave, you've been moderating, but
yeah.
you've also been playing
I
it,
have.
right?
That's true. Thank you, Brian. I'm level 5. I am like so
You're about a
huge.
champ.
I have like 2 spells.
this game's got a Benjamin Button leveling system.
Yeah, you start at 50.
Well, you start at 600.
Oh,
Yeah.
600. Wow. Yeah, so I'm level 5. I am playing a Nightblade. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
It's like a rogue.
That's what I'm playing.
But I played a warlock in World of Warcraft, and so I was doing some research on what was the most warlock-like character you can do in ESO, and they were saying that a siphon-based Nightblade was the most akin to a warlock. So I started playing it. So far, it's like just like any MMO when you first start out, it's like really
got a high
slow.
buy-in,
Yeah, high buy-in. Like I'm level 5. What's keeping me in the game so far is the immersive factor of the world. It's like I'm playing an Elder Scrolls game at the moment. It's not as polished and in depth as a true Elder Scrolls game would be. And at the moment, I'm not really enjoying any sort of MMO aspects of it.
Right.
So I'm looking for by level 10 to kind of like be sucked into it a little bit more. But as of now, it's like I just gotta power through these few levels and.
Yeah, those levels will come fast, and there's so much stuff to do to run off and explore.
Isn't that how most MMOs start though? Like I remember Final Fantasy 11. Took me forever to get to level 10.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy 11 is like notoriously excruciating.
True.
But this is going way slower than WoW though.
Yeah.
Like I probably played 2 hours.
You know, it's funny too, and part of it is because of the equipment sets I'm wearing now. But my level like 30 to 40 went way faster than I think my 1 to 10 did.
Oh yeah, because you're
I'm
doing dungeons and stuff.
Well, because I'm wearing equipment that has. So with the crafting system in this game, you can craft traits into your gear, and one of the traits you can do is training, which adds like a percentage
bonus.
of experience.
That's cool.
And so if you're wearing a full set, everything has training. That's like, that's like 60% experience buff.
Yeah, it sounds like heirloom gear and
Yeah,
WoW.
so it's really nice. And
We have a buddy who can hook you up, okay?
yeah, but
Boom.
yeah, you want to do a couple, like, kind of start on some of the main quests and then kind of just get lost. Like, you'll find delves, which are typically soloable because they're like little mini dungeons that take maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like, find some of the stuff in the world. There's these things called sky shards, which you can collect, and will give you every 3 will give you an extra skill point. So there's lots of ways to earn skill points for your build besides just leveling up. Almost every main quest in the game, whether it be the main quest of Morrowind or the main quest of the base game, offer skill points for completing them. So there's like lots of flexibility with like how you kind of choose to go about things.
Cool.
I've also been playing, just before we continue, I've also been playing a little bit of Rise of the Tomb Raider,
That game's great.
which is awesome. I loved the first one of this reboot, so I'm really looking forward to digging into this one. It probably will mean that I won't play the new Assassin's Creed because
Maybe it'll be on sale by the time.
Were you going to play it anyways?
I might have. If it's supposed to be really good, when I hear things like, oh, it's really RPG like, or really Elder Scrolls like, or really Witcher 3 like, I think that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, that's so funny because we all like said that tonight.
We
on the
never
show.
said that.
All right, Eric's done talking for the rest of the show.
Even though I played Witcher 3, all the Elder Scrolls, and many RPGs, and
Yeah,
can
but
take
it's-
all those.
But it's still Assassin's Creed.
It is. I mean, they follow those blueprints though. Like those. That
you
team
can still
really
do
worked on
things
it.
that
It feels different
emulate
from a
other
normal
games.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed
It's
game.
not. It is not Assassin's Creed 2 or 1 or Unity or Brotherhood. They did a really good job. Like that extra year helped them out a ton. But sorry, just want to throw that.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, so I might play it, but if it's really as good as it's supposed to be, they'll probably make a better sequel. And by the time I actually get around to playing it, like. Is it really such a good story that I really should get back into it? Because I thought
The main story is
after
good.
2, it was just the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Is
So,
it you play Assassin's Creed games for the story?
well, yeah,
this-
1 and 2 started off really strong.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But I mean, this
so
one,
they blew it all. So
the main story is good. Like it's not like the best thing ever, but the gameplay is so solid that it is just fun to play. Like I look forward to running around and hunting hippos and crocodiles so I can
That sounds like
build
gameplay, though, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's gameplay, but then I look forward to fighting a character named a hyena so I can find out how that person contributed to the main arc of the story.
Oh, gotcha.
So there's a lot of stuff in there. But anyways, I don't want to.
Did you have an ESO thing you wanted to update us on?
No, I just want to
okay.
let you guys know I'm playing it. I'm level 12 Argonian Knight.
Let the fans know.
Fans, come at me, okay? I'm there. I'm on there. I'm there. I'm ready.
Okay, so Jake, why don't you tell us what you're playing, man?
Switch my gitch, my boy.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means Vita Vita's moved on to the Switch.
Wow. What games?
Nice.
What games specifically? Gitch.
the old Gitch. The old Gitch and the Jake
Nice,
tricks.
Okay. I feel like that's a step backwards for me.
I need a little John. What?
It's not forward. That's what you mean, right?
Not an impersonator.
I've been playing Breath of the Wild, but I already talked about that a little bit.
You know about the rules
and
in the show. You can't talk about things more than once.
We never do. We've never ever spoken about a game twice. Ever.
Can we swing back to Final Fantasy 13?
I was thinking maybe like a.
To be fair, it's
We've actually already
15 is
talked
the one
about
that-
13 on this show
That
tonight.
is true. That is true.
And
Oh,
we
my
love
bad, my
13
bad.
too.
I just love how we have talked about 13.
Let's talk about 13-2 and grievances.
All right, Jake. So what are you playing? Breath of the Wild. What else on your Gitch?
Golf Story, which I'm going to be completely
love.
honest.
I just want to
and
get there in front of everybody.
Could you
He loves
could
it.
Oh,
you be
boy.
honest with us for once?
I don't like talking badly about video games, but I did not enjoy it.
So he's saying he loves it, is what he's
Wait,
saying.
real quick. Why don't you like talking badly about video games? Just curious.
I don't know, because I read about their development and they worked pretty hard on it, and then I just didn't enjoy it at all. So I felt kind of
Did you read
bad.
Blood, Sweat, and Pixels? Did you
No,
read?
I just
Brian does not go a day without recommending that book. To
I
someone,
just
so
have
you
to
know.
say, read Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. I'm on the Halo Wars story. It's really good.
So
I'll pick it up.
Jalee person.
Chocolate.
I guess that's your new nickname, Jake. You didn't like
Jalee
Golf
Gitch.
Story. Jalee Gitch. You didn't like Golf
Yeah.
Story.
I didn't like the music. I thought it was kind of funky, but two things I really didn't like about it is when you're, and I'm a big fan of golf games. I've played all the Mario golf games, and I used to play the Tiger Woods ones a bunch. And when you're playing the Golf Story, when you get to the greens in golfing games, normally it kind of switches to a zoom in, and suddenly it zooms into the putting area, and it didn't do that for this game. That threw me off, and I didn't like it.
Is there a story behind
So
that?
what you're saying is that you sucked at the game.
No, it was actually easier than other golf games in my opinion. But I didn't like that. I didn't like how when you would hit the golf ball, there'd be like gophers that would come and steal it from you if you hit it in the wrong sections.
What is this?
Don't like that? That's hilarious.
No,
You're
it
talking
was
about
not
Caddyshack,
fun.
the movie with Bill Murray.
No, it was not cool.
Really cool.
And then I didn't mind it as much as Brian, but there was a lot of dialogue that I didn't find particularly funny.
Yeah, that was kind of.
And then, and last but not least, they were all 9-hole courses, which is ridiculous.
Hello, give us a back nine,
Yeah.
right?
We're the 18-hole golfers. They're 18 holes traditionally.
Knock, knock, knock. Where's the back nine go? I don't know.
So
When you said Tiger Woods golf games, I was thinking of that South Park where they're playing the Tiger Woods game, and his wife keeps finding him on the field,
that's so great.
All right,
beating
yeah.
him up for cheating.
I won't go long, but that was a big disappointment. But I did for Black Friday, actually Cyber Monday, I picked up Poncho, which is a game I've talked about in the past. I finally picked it up.
When?
It was
When did you talk about this? Because
The
I
date,
actually don't
please,
remember.
Jake. The date.
back on like episode 18 or 19. I talked about how I've been keeping an eye on.
Hey, did you ever beat Undertale?
Yeah, I beat Undertale.
Okay, good. We love that.
So,
okay, so go back to Ponchos, but we love Undertale.
yeah.
You said you loved it. This is on air.
The final quarter of Undertale was a bit of a
amazing.
drag, but-
Thank you.
It was a huge drag.
No, sorry, Donna. And thankfully, I edit these podcasts, so I edit all the negative. Was
No,
a
you don't
huge,
Yeah.
great game.
It's so
And
it's so
still a great game,
It's
but
great.
he really kind of dropped the ball at the end there.
It's just so particularly weird because it's such a short game. It's like 6-7 hours. So it's weird to think like, oh man, the last like 2 hours of this game it really drags, but it really does.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
man.
no, it is. The last 2 hours felt like 6 hours.
Yeah,
Jake,
So,
anything else you're playing?
time is
man?
relative.
Yeah. I picked up Poncho, and like I said,
Yeah.
it's normally $10. I picked it up for like $2.50 on Cyber Monday, and it's a short game. It's like 5 hours, but it's awesome. I love it.
What is it?
Okay, well, you know how Fez is kind of you right and left click and it switches the worlds in like that 3D sort of way.
Sorry, I played on an Xbox. We don't right and left click on an Xbox.
Is it trigger in Xbox?
Yeah,
In this
right trigger,
game,
left trigger.
your right and left click changes your
Well,
poncho.
In Poncho,
Rain
it's
simulator.
layered. So when you right trigger, you jump forward a layer, kind of like how layer animation used to be layered. You know, so there's these different layers. So instead of rotating the whole screen, you're jumping back and forth
Between layers.
between layers. Yeah, I'm having a blast. I think the music. Some people, it's a relatively short game too, and eventually I want to talk about the development a little bit because it did not go well for the creators, but I'll dive into that another time. But I've finally got to play it, and I'm a big fan. Dave, when you beat Fez, which I know you're close, you're gonna hop
Running
onto Poncho.
Right on the cusp.
I don't even think anyone listening, you should pick it up. I'd buy it for $10 even, but I don't think the creators even get it in like any. I don't know. They lost like everything when they made it. Again, that's a whole topic for another episode.
All right.
All right,
so-
yeah.
What do you got for us today, man?
Yeah, tell us about this quiz.
Yeah, we have a quiz today or something.
We do. Me and the Reggie Poo, we were
Never heard of him on this show ever.
we were actually coming up with a pretty elaborate one, but that one's gonna have to wait till the next time because we didn't finish it. So
All right.
I have another really quick one this time. So I know that we're talking about the Switch, and I think it sold like 500 million units now, right, Brian?
Yeah, it's close to 5 billion. It's close to everybody on the planet at least owning one.
It's basically united our entire civilization.
Everybody, you didn't read about that? Everybody's holding hands in the streets, playing Switches.
Playing Switch, man.
Right.
How are they playing
Well-
Switch if they're holding hands?
In their
Oh,
other
I
hand,
thought-
you dumbass. Sorry, I gotta get that explicit rating.
That's why we have it, Brian.
So explicit stands for mean. Okay.
I think this one will be kind of interesting though, guys. I looked up by company total home consoles and handhelds how many they've sold, including all of them. So I'm gonna ask you guys by company, what are the four biggest companies, including all handheld, including all everything Nintendo's made, handheld, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64.
Are you giving us the
Handheld.
answers?
No. I'm asking you guys.
Wait,
what do you
so-
think the four biggest are, and how many in total do you think they've sold?
Okay, the four biggest
I'm
consoles or the four
not
biggest
following.
companies?
By company. Okay, by company.
Okay.
So there's.
So are we doing Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, or what are we doing?
Yeah, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and then there's one more that actually sold quite a bit, and I'm gonna see if you guys can even guess it. But pretty much it comes down to Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. In total, how many have they sold?
How many?
All of their
Wait.
their
Wait,
consoles
I'm
combined.
confused.
Yeah.
How
Okay,
many
Okay. Okay.
Total
Not-
consoles overall, how many have they sold, right?
Are we-
By company.
Yeah, by company. So when he's saying Nintendo, he's saying the Wii, the Super Nintendo, all combined. How many have they sold? And then put that in order,
So,
right?
So
Yes.
But then we're
Sorry,
also
little-
giving the number.
Yeah, we're trying to give a
How
number.
many they each sold?
So rank them and then give the number of consoles and handhelds they've sold to date.
Microsoft
Yes.
has sold, 150 million
I know.
consoles.
I worded this a little poorly, but I think it's kind of
No, we
interesting
got
in
you.
total when you see the numbers. So,
All right, we got you. We're trying it out.
all right, Brian, go.
Whoa, we're not ready.
I'm just
I could actually go if you want. I'm
You
gonna
have the
spitball.
units
no,
too?
you guys can take a
I'm
minute.
Okay, well, I'll take a minute.
You'll probably edit it anyway.
Yeah, Brian can wait.
It's probably Neo Geo is the other main company. I'm actually pretty confident with my answers.
That's weird.
That's
Brian's got that drinking confidence again.
I've been drinking a lot recently. I'm
Liquid
really
What happens when he
confident.
doesn't wear his glasses?
just a-
Party, Brian.
more
Party
more
Brian.
miss.
Are you guys down there at the end of the table ready?
Oh yeah.
We're a team.
Oh, you guys are on the team?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're ready.
Good.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
it. We're
let's
good.
do it.
All right.
Gitch, let's hear those answers.
Wait.
Wait,
He's
wait,
gonna
no,
ask us.
he-
He's gonna ask us.
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
needs to
god.
ask
Who do you
us.
want to shoot at?
I heard there's a team there. The
Yeah.
team's got to go first.
All right.
Go for it.
Okay. I put Nintendo 4 million.
Wow.
I might have chosen the wrong team.
Sorry, Ashley.
Get your horse in the wrong way.
Did you right?
I wrote copy Josh's
Oh,
answers.
I mean that's perfect.
Josh,
Copy and paste.
I got-
Josh, let me interrupt you for just a second to give the listeners an opportunity to hear my voice instead of yours.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Continue.
Now, I got Sony 6 million. I got Sega 4, and Microsoft all of them.
Okay, so this is all a joke.
Very
Forgive him, my
scientific
friends.
Answers you got there.
Knows not what he does.
and it's underlined. So
Ashlander, you're putting your name on that paper too, right?
Yeah,
no, these are actually her answers. I copied.
Okay.
She's just using him as a sacrifice to
Who's
some
going-
Daedric prince.
Yeah.
Who's going
About
next,
time.
Jake?
Yeah.
Just give us the next person.
Brian, you're gonna go last. So Dave, you're next.
Okay. I had Sony at first for 500 million, Nintendo second 250, and then Third was Microsoft at 175, and then Atari at 100 million.
Brian's changing his answers. Is my voice correct?
Once per show. That's all you get.
All
I
right,
don't even want
E-Rock.
to tell you what happens.
All right, I have Nintendo at 500 million, Sony at 200 million, Xbox at 100 million, or Microsoft and Sega at 100 million.
Ooh.
Interesting. And Brian, we're gonna pass on you.
All right, let's hear the answers.
So wait. I'm going. I put Nintendo at 500
So
million.
Jake, what are the answers?
Sony at 400 million.
Ooh.
Microsoft at 150 million. And Sega at 120 million. Just to answer real quick for Sony, it's because the PS2 sold 120 million alone.
Oh, that's right.
So it sold so many, and the PS3
Yeah.
actually at the end of its life cycle sold as many as the 360. So
Oomph.
Yeah, I forgot about the legacy sales of the PS2.
You gotta remember the legacy
yeah,
sales.
legacy sales. Come on.
All right. I know it wasn't on the list, but bringing up fifth place is Atari at 32 million
Ooh, I
total
was only
consoles.
a lot off.
Sega comes in fourth at 76 million.
That's close for me.
That was my
What'd
first
you have,
answer.
Garrett? Or
100 million.
not even anywhere near your name. What'd you have?
100 million. for
100
Sega.
million.
Next comes in at Microsoft, which 118 million. That seems a little wrong, but that's what I came up with.
that should be right.
No,
it's
that
only 3
makes sense.
consoles.
Yeah.
So that makes
118
sense.
They're the
million?
youngest of
Okay.
the- yeah.
I would have thought they were a little more, but then we got Sony, guys. Sony came in at number 2 with 474 million.
Wow. It was
close.
Yeah.
I got Sony at 500 million, so I'm actually technically closest to Sony's total. So
I'm sorry. What do you have Nintendo at?
250.
250.
Oh, wow.
Hilariously
1,000.
off.
Oh, you guys are forgetting all their handheld sales.
Yeah, which are all of the 3 top selling consoles of
Yeah.
all time are Nintendo's.
And 3DS had
Yeah.
like 100+ million of its own, like
Right.
let alone the Wii, which was also 100.
And the DS.
I'm so dumb. I'm so
Nintendo
dumb.
bought-
Sorry, Dave. We just wanted to rub in your face how dumb you were over and over again.
hey guys, I'm Dave. I'm like a total dad.
You gonna do some skateboard tricks or something, man?
Bro, I was like totally reading the law today. And
I'm just a law bro. You
That's how he does it.
can take the bro out of the law, but not the law out of the bro. No one says that.
And then last but not least, Nintendo comes in at 699 million.
Dang.
My original answer was 700 million, and I crossed it out to put Nintendo at 500 million.
all because he's not wearing his glasses.
Hey, now I have a question for you. How
Oh my
does this
gosh.
tie into Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Wow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love how the one time Vit Vit gets out of this thing,
I
Josh
know.
tries to drag him back to the underworld.
Hey,
Hard
we
pass
got
on this
themes, man. We
time.
all gotta stick with them, all right?
Wait, so Gitch, real quick, a listener contacted me and told me how much they love the Frankenstein bit. Just FYI.
Wait, they contacted you through
On
Twitter?
a-
or
on a
something?
cell phone.
Through-
Just
There's a stalker.
Plenty
Yeah,
of
it's
fish.
Oh, are we
He
putting
goes to
our
his
private
house.
They swipe
Are
right
we
on
putting our
Tinder.
private cell phones on Twitter these days?
Yeah.
yeah, it was
I regularly post Dave's number on Twitter. It's the only thing I
that's
post.
why I get so many calls.
That's amazing. Fan out there. Yeah, Mary Shelley is really good. If you're done with that, I'd
no Lord
move on to
Byron.
Dracula.
What's the word count on that book, Jake? Do you know off the top of your head?
Of Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to know it. I think it's around 200,000, give or take, but
It seems
I
right.
can't
We need to
say
get
for
those real
certain.
numbers.
I need the stats on that. So Jake Mabake, aka Mesquite McGeet, whatever. all
Ooh,
those
Jake and
names.
Bake. Jake and Bake.
Switch McGitch.
Thanks for popping on, man. It's been great having you. Love the quiz. I think that I got the A+ of the group, pretty sure, with my answers.
No, not even
Actually-
close.
Are you grading
Actually,
on a curve?
who did
Hey,
one?
Jake, you gonna join us for Game of the Year next week?
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll have to bring you on, my boy.
Let's do it. All right, Jake.
Wait,
Oh,
guys, who won?
I think I was probably the closest.
No, I won. for
but
sure.
me or Eric were
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
No, me
okay,
and
Eric
Ashton are a
won.
team, so we get double the points.
And you got
So-
4 million.
I also get
Technically.
You
guest
total.
points.
0.
I guessed all of them. So
Josh, I'm gonna make a quiz for you next time, and it's just gonna be
What's it gonna be
super.
like
Guess the dumbest thing.
Sega mobile games or something?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
What's this camera used for? Oh yeah, Josh uses cameras. Okay, I guess.
It's a camera quiz
Be all like really remedial Sesame Street themed questions.
Yeah.
about the like actual people characters in the show, Gloria and whoever. Don't do that,
great.
but you can.
Elmo.
Last but not least, guys, I'm going to plug the public libraries out here in Eugene. Are pretty cool. I went and got a library card with my wife. Actually, we got like a couple months ago. And keep reading, my friends.
what are the late fee policies over there?
I don't know. I've never been late.
Wow. You just got put in your
Wow.
place.
Wow.
I'm going home, guys.
So Jake Bake, thanks a lot, man. Have a great week, and we'll phone you in next week.
Vit Vit Mesquite.
All right, man.
Out.
Love you.
You hung up on him.
Guys, I think I need a quick little break bake. So let's hear from our friends at Humanican Media, aka what's the bit? What is it?
Pop Culture Hue, the game we were just talking about.
Yeah, Pop Culture Cosmos. Let's hear from the pops. All right, guys.
Hey everyone, venture into the Pop Culture Cosmos today, where you'll hear our conversations on different topics within the world of movies, TV, video games, comic books, technology, board gaming, and more. You'll also get a taste of some of our other shows within the Cosmos as well. So come on and join us each week as we delve into the Pop Culture Cosmos.
Welcome to the Pop Culture Cosmos.
And we're back. Thank you to the Pop Culture Cosmos. Real fast, we're going to do a super abbreviated stock corner because, I mean, a lot of stuff did happen, but it's mostly negative. So
Positive, right?
everyone is mega down today.
This for the medical world, negative would be good.
That's true. Thanks, Michael. So real quick, Nintendo NT Doi was down 3.45% today. They closed at $48.52. I think we probably should say that this is Monday, December 4th, because by the time people listen to it, the stock prices are going to be
Yeah, it's
largely
Wednesday,
different.
December 6th by that time.
Yeah, exactly. So we're giving you stock from Monday, and you listen to it on Wednesday. Just keep that in mind. So Nintendo stock has gone down almost $1.50 since last time we spoke, and
Do you think that's because Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
no, it's actually probably because I bought some shares of Nintendo on Monday, so that's probably why.
Thanks, Dave.
I
I'm gonna
know.
drop this bad boy down to $30.
It's like that South Park where Kyle's Facebook friends with the kid that's a loser and he loses all his friends.
Oh yeah,
I thought you were talking about the South Park where they go to the bank and then he puts
and
it
it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. I do still think that Nintendo's going to go up before the year's over. Get 'em up. But yeah, as of now, I've lost $6.
So how do you feel about that?
day of my life.
It's not quite.
I mean, that's like a meal at Del Taco.
Are you going to be able to get that burger at Del Taco?
It's like
next time you-
6 items on a dollar
the
menu.
tacos that got away.
Anyways, though, some people are thinking that it's because the Animal Crossing app isn't making money, which is like such a typical stockbroker
Wasn't
thing
it?
to
It was
say.
doing really well, though. I thought people were
It's doing well,
downloading
but
it.
it's not making the money that people anticipated.
I'm so happy you brought that up. Does anyone here play that?
No,
No?
Ashlander, you play it.
I do not play it.
I have heard.
Brian's got his glasses back on for this.
Oh my gosh!
So we know
I
it
gotta
means
take the
business.
glasses off.
Glasses are coming off.
Should have waited for your moment. Like I've heard that.
No, I've heard that Animal Crossing is like not good by several other video game podcasts. No one seems to like it.
It's free, though, right?
People have already deleted it from their phones. They're so angry with it because it really pushes microtransactions on you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
So analysts have been fed the information that it's not making the money that it was originally anticipated to make, and I think that's caused the stock price to go down a little bit. But if you look at all of our favorite stocks, they're all really down today. Tech in general is just kind of taking a beating for like geopolitical reasons. I'm not really sure all what they are, but
This is fake news.
This is fake news. Anytime I talk about anything that's not video game related, it's fake news. So
He's a fake news portrayer all the time.
Segueing into Activision Blizz, they're down 5.42% today.
Is that because they're a fake news proponent?
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty sizable. 5.5% is quite a bit. So they closed.
It's more than 4.5%.
You're right. That's a good point.
That's true.
And how will net neutrality affect this?
It's neutral, so there will be no effect. So they closed the day at $58.60. Last week they closed at $63.93. So that's a margin. Math. I don't know what that number is.
It's
but
a number.
It's a number.
We as numberologists on this show like to know our numericals.
Still just formula stuff.
Analysts still think though that Activision's going to have a good rest of the year, and they're still saying to invest in that stock. So.
Do you mind me asking why analysts think that Activision's going to be good for the rest of this year?
Why do you think that it's not going to be good?
They have nothing besides Destiny 2 DLC.
Mm-hmm. So, you always have to factor in Blizzard. You can't forget about Blizzard in this.
Oh, Hearthstone. I forgot we didn't talk about that yet.
Well, Hearthstone and microtransactions and Overwatch, and Blizzard has a lot of merchandise. I don't know. Blizzard's always going to make money, I feel like. And I think...
And analysts, they're not usually gamers, I'm assuming.
No.
Like, they're not looking at it from, like, what's good and what's not good. They're looking at it from...
If I were somebody that would put in stock, I would start looking at game money off of...
They look at trends, though, right? And the trends are what tells them...
Yeah, they look at trends. They look at earnings. They look at the tech sector. They look at geopolitical stuff. So analysts are kind of like, they're investors, but they look at everything as a whole. And video games make up the tech industry, part of the tech industry. But the tech industry and video games are hugely different. Just like video games and cameras, or video games and music, they're all completely different.
But what is the difference between a video game and a camera?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah, Josh.
And there is music in video games, right?
So yeah, to your guys' points though, that analysts don't necessarily follow like the blow by blow of the Kotaku gaming news, or they don't always subscribe to Super BS, which is their loss. But
realize this.
But they look at like the trends, like you said, and they look at earnings and things like that. So given those things, they think that Activision Blizzard's still going to be a winner in the short run. Anything else you guys want to talk about Activision?
I think we should just bring up the news article about Hearthstone right now, because
I think that's a great idea.
A great idea. Because you were talking about Blizzard, and I think Donna was the one who
I don't know a ton about it. I've just read that it's going to be make it harder for new players to get into the game.
And I've been reading that about the previous expansion DLCs as well.
And I experienced that from the previous.
Isn't it already a hard game though to play?
I mean, it's a hard
card game.
It's a card.
One letter off, John.
My mistake, guys. I'm going home.
Letters and numbers. Let's leave them to the other guys.
It's not a hard game to play. It's a hard game to break into now that you haven't been playing it for 5 years. Like if you just wanted to pick up Hearthstone, you would just get slaughtered because you wouldn't have any of the rare or whatever cards. I think you'd probably have to put in like at least $50 to be even potentially viable.
Yeah, and that's something they've been mentioning for the last 2 expansions, and specifically this one, is that unless you're willing to spend quite a bit of money, you can't get into the meta anymore.
What's the new expansion called? Kobold?
Something like that. And are they doing seasonal things like Magic does, where it's like...
It is, yeah. There are seasons now.
Because Magic makes it so that
But they do a season for, I want to say 2...
It's 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and then all those other cards are in a thing called the Wild. So you can at least, you don't have to lose them, but,
Yeah, there's 2 modes. There's seasonal, which is the last 2 years of all expansions and adventures, and there's Wild. So Wild is I mean, if you've been playing the whole game, you're rewarded in that sense. But if you've been playing recently, you want to stick with seasons. But even then, though, like if you haven't played for a couple years, you're going to be at a disadvantage because you won't have access to certain adventures because the adventures are discontinued. And certain decks, certain meta decks, rely heavily on various adventure cards. So they're basically either encouraging you to always play the game and then punishing people who are just entering the game. Obviously not directly, but there's no way for those players to be top players.
Speaking of that, has anyone ever played the Elder Scrolls card game?
No, that and the
just
Witcher
got-
3's
I
one.
just got an email for like a free expansion for it, and apparently they like for playing the card game, you get like mounts for Elder Scrolls Online and stuff.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do
Blizzard
it.
does a lot of really cool things
Yeah,
like
they
that.
do a lot
of
all their
figures.
games. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a Hearthstone mount in WoW, actually.
It's just a giant card he rides.
I also I have the it's Heroes of the Storm. I have the Hearthstone card that you ride
Oh, yeah?
as your mount in Heroes of the Storm.
because there
yeah.
are mounts in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot about that.
awesome. Did you guys get to play Hearthstone real quick?
I've never played any of the card games.
Ashland?
Played a little, never really got fully into it.
Are you guys Blizz babies
That's
over
pretty
there?
much how I was.
Are you a Blizz baby?
Not too much, no.
No. Okay. Right on. Well, should we just round out the rest of the stock corner and just get this
I
over
want to
with?
know about some more of them.
How could you round out a corner?
Wow. That's a good question.
Very good geometry question. We're really big into numbers and geometry on this
I'm
show.
gonna skip Ubisoft tonight because no one wants to talk about it.
No! Some of us are thinking about investing in them Ubisoft hills.
Oh, okay. Real quick, let me
More
just
like Ubisoft.
let me just touch quickly on EA and Take Two. So EA was also down today, close to 5%. They closed the day at $100.83.
When you buy shares in them, do you buy them through loot boxes, or how, do you how does that work?
Jank, do you want to
So
tell
was
everyone about
hilarious.
that? What you're referring to? Like this week, the big news?
Josh, let me just interrupt you for a second to say that was a good joke.
Yeah, thank you.
So-
Thanks, guys.
Real good.
Thanks, guys.
Wait, so what happened this week, dude?
What did happen? I didn't actually read that article. What? Guys, I ruined it. I had a good joke, and
That's
then
why I stopped moderating.
Set it back
This
up.
is why I gave
Yeah.
up.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. I should never try again. Sorry, I
Yeah.
asked the wrong flipping person one
Technically,
time.
you put me on the spot. This is your fault.
That's true.
That is my fault.
We're gonna move on
think
to.
I believe EA altered the amount of rewards you get for multiplayer.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? They know that what they did was like effed up, and I guess that game's not selling well, which is crazy for
Wait,
Star Wars.
wasn't Destiny did something like that too, right? If
Destiny did something that Destiny still hasn't been resolved. So
'Cause-
Destiny did something where they spread misinformation about what they were doing to their experience system, and then players that are really cognizant of that kind of stuff discovered that their experience bars were moving like progressively slower.
No, they resolved it. You heard what
they did
the
resolve it.
resolution was. They just raised the experience cap on everything. So instead of getting more experience for stuff, everything takes longer to get.
Oh.
And the reason why they did that, and this this goes back to Activision Blizzard, but is because they sell those engrams that you get for every level up after you get to
Yeah.
the cap. So like, why would they give those people more experience for it?
Right.
It's
true.
Sorry, just want to throw that in.
Interesting.
But did you guys talk about the Star Wars Battlefront 2 thing where they lowered the
Did you
current?
talk about it just now while you were talking about that? Or?
Well, I wanted to talk about it again.
Sign,
but,
American Sign. We've been talking about.
I like talking about sign language. So. Sorry, I'll let you get back to it, Dave. I'm sorry.
I don't have it. I don't know about
Anyway,
this.
it's interesting because I feel like those kind of like, I'm sure if EA went to their board and said, here's how we're going to make money with this new game, here's our like loot box system, here's our microtransaction system, here's how we're going to suck players in, I'm sure that their board members were like super stoked, like, oh, these gamers are so stupid, they're going to buy all this stuff.
we are.
But
we're not.
It's going to be interesting because, like we talked about the other week, there's that divide is increasing between like indie games and then AAA games, which are becoming extremely unstable as far as the industry goes.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, I just find it crazy that they literally changed their whole system. Like now it's I was reading that was originally 300 credits you get a match. You you get 600 now.
Yeah.
And they have to change it because
That's twice as much.
it's literally 2 times the value.
Wait, so
Looking at
if you're
percentages,
getting
that's 100% more.
if you're getting twice the amount of experience, does that mean the cost for stuff is up or higher?
No, the cost for stuff, they kept it there because, I mean, you guys, we talked about this last week, but there was like legal stuff. They were going to like the state of Hawaii was looking
Yeah,
into.
I saw that guy. He was saying it's preying on gamer psychology.
Yeah, so
It's
they
also like giving gambling to young kids and stuff.
if the federal government starts looking into games, then they have a lot more problems than just like making money, you know? So
But hey, honestly though, how much of their money is actually made off drunk people playing video games?
Oh man,
Accurate.
that's a great question.
That's very
You know?
accurate. Yeah.
the Hearthstone story you talked about, Dave, I want to say it was 2 or 3 weeks ago
Which one?
with the guy who spent
Oh,
$1,800.
that dude who spent $1,800 on his Hearthstone collection.
I'm sure he was drunk. If he wasn't drunk, like
Oh no, but that dude's been doing it. There was another guy who wrote he's like a Forbes contributor, and he said he did it as well, and he's been doing it since the game has come out.
Yeah, we have
that's
a friend
like
that's
habitual thing.
How much do you think Tim spent on Magic? Like $5,000.
Oh no, dude! I just was talking to Tim, and he told me that he's working on a deck that is $900 to craft, and it's the deck. Most of the cards in the deck are only useful in that deck.
Right.
It's like insane, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless that other guy is drunk 24/7, then yeah, maybe not.
Hey, real quick, did you hear about the guy that beat the GoldenEye speedrun record?
No, I want to hear it.
The old speedrun record was 53 seconds, and he did it in 52, and it took him 16 years to do it.
Wait, real quick.
time well spent.
wait a second. He beat GoldenEye in 52 seconds.
52 seconds, yeah. I don't know how he did it.
I gotta watch that video.
Yeah.
The only GoldenEye speedruns I've watched were they're like every stage speedruns. So I'm curious what category that is. It's like a glitch run, I'm assuming.
I would assume if that's how fast he beat it. But the
Yeah.
question is, what do you do after that? Like, what else is there left to strive for?
You see the cinematic in the dam level? You do that without a bungee.
I'm CEO of the greatest company of America, okay? You've done everything else on Earth, man.
Dude, I love speedrunning, and I feel like it's not represented enough on this show. So we can talk about that more later in the new year. New Year's resolution
Games
for the
done
show.
quick.
Games done quick. All right, so real quick, let's round out the stock corner. Take Two was down 7.81% today. That's our biggest loser for the day. $102.11 is what it closed at. Last week it was trading at $117.
What has Take-Two made recently that's earning them money?
Just Grand Theft Auto 5 sales still.
I don't even know what they
I guess
made
that makes
lately.
sense.
I mean, they have Red Dead coming up. They have a lot of acquisitions though, so I can't really speak to all those. Anyways, though, the moment of Brian's truth, Ubisoft,
Hooray.
they closed today at $15.16. They are also down today about 2.5%. They last week sold at $15.69, and the week before $16.06.
How many of those sales are coming from Egypt?
Stock sales from Egypt because of they've been inspired by
So
Assassin's
for all
Creed.
the Super BS listeners, though, I actually searched Ubisoft stock recently, and I had asked Dave, off the record, this is off the podcast, I'm bringing you in, I'm talking inside baseball right now, and it brought me to their Euro stock prices, which were about 65 euros a stock. Why do they have a different stock for the New York Stock Exchange?
Because
versus the Euro.
So large companies like this, they have multiple companies for one, and Nintendo's the same way. Nintendo trades on the Japanese stock market under a different ticker, and then under the U.S. under I'm not sure if they're Nasdaq. I forget. I can check. But in America, they trade under NT Doi. So Ubisoft is the same way. They trade in European stock markets, and their stock is trading at $60 or 60 euro. Here, it's trading at around 15, 16. So. Are you curious about investing into Ubisoft?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Should I invest in a U.S. Ubisoft or Euro Ubisoft?
I would invest in the U.S. Ubisoft because it's a lower price point. So 60 euro. For one, it's euro. You're dealing with euro, so you have whatever conversion rates that you have to deal with and you have to worry about. So the dollar and the euro are always at odds with each other. So with the US, it's a lot lower price point as well, which is good because as a young investor, as a 16-year-old investor,
Yeah.
you will be
I mean, I'm still playing high school football, man. I just became a senior in high school.
The big games this weekend.
I'm trying to just scrounge that money up, man. $15 is kind of a lot.
Gotta mow those lawns, man. Shovel that snow.
I might get two stock at $30, but I don't know.
So when you're dealing with small quantities, the lower the price point, the better, because most brokers charge like a $6 or $7 brokerage fee for making the transaction for you. So if you deal with lower volumes, you can get more stock and basically more bang for your buck. So I would recommend investing in the Ubisoft that trades on the U.S. stock market versus the European stock market. Investing in Ubisoft in general, though, you're just curious. You want to invest in Ubisoft, why not any of the other companies? Just curious.
Because he's really into Assassin's Creed this week.
Because I like Assassin's Creed this week and because it's $15.
Okay, yeah, no.
Now, it's doing really well on the Tamriel stock market since it's so much like an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, it's what is the currency? It's just gold. And,
Just gold.
Yeah,
It's
so
not gold.
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 What was the Kingdom Hearts stock again? Monies?
Yeah, money.
Monies.
That's awesome.
No, it wasn't monies. It was just money. M-U-N-N-Y.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think Ubisoft would be a good bet. One, because it's a low price point, so you can get a little more bang for your buck, and then also they're most likely going to be acquired by Vivendi sooner or later.
No, man. They promised they weren't going to try to buy them.
You said this year, right?
Do you know something we don't?
No, I don't know.
Tell us.
I don't know.
And will their
anything.
stock go up a bunch once they're bought by Vivendi?
Yeah. Traditionally, when a company is purchased like that, the stock goes up. There are situations I think when the stock goes down, but it most likely will go up. Guys. So that's the stock corner. So
Stock corner.
you sound like who's that actress? There's like an actress whose voice does that.
Who can't speak ever and can't sing high notes anymore because they use their voice.
Yeah, it's just like a really raspy voice. Can't think of it right now.
Eddie Vedder.
Anyways,
The chick from Louis that's also in King of the Hill and Recess.
I gotta watch some more Louis. It's been a long time since I watched Louis.
Watch before it's gone.
If they can't take it off?
I don't know. But
with the cases
Yeah,
against
Kevin
him that we
Spacey's
talked
gone
about.
from Netflix. It's only a matter of time.
And
Are they
Sunny,
taking House
too.
of Cards off Netflix?
They're finishing the last season without Kevin Spacey.
But they're gonna leave the previous seasons out though,
is
right?
that 'cause
Possible.
Is that harassment stuff? Is that what
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Oh my.
because he touches 14-year-old
I mean,
boys.
he did touch 14-year-old boys.
Okay,
so.
we know that for sure.
No, it's been proven. There's a video on YouTube.
I'm a 16-year-old boy.
Did he turn you down because you're too old?
He's the only boy he hasn't touched.
He's been trying to get to me nonstop.
A lot of boys. Wow. Okay, now I know why we're explicit. So now that we're done with the stock corner, we didn't have. So we got some news we can talk about today, I guess.
we covered a lot of it in the stock corner, but
That's
one?
true.
True.
We got
Yeah.
We got one thing left. So man, I just want to hear about like what's going on with the Mega. That was terrible. It's so dumb.
You get like 3 points for trying that.
Yo, man, I
dude,
love
when
that.
I'm like not totally busy with the law, I was just like thinking of some mega ways to be mad.
You get 11 more tries, Dave.
Oh, wow. X marks
You
the
get
spot.
one try per Josh interruption. So,
What are you at, like 7 or? Okay.
So you got some lives
I
left.
got some.
Yeah.
Eric on it. Donna.
you can craft, like, it's kind of like a crafting system. You can craft like 7 Josh interruptions into one more
Okay.
try for yourself.
Wow. Okay. So what's going on with the old MM?
So Capcom, which is one of the dumber companies that exist,
They do some cool games. Like they're not as bad as
Street Fighter V, half a game.
Okay, don't.
Hey,
I mean, they
have
do
Street
Resident
Fighter.
Evils.
Their Street Fighter V is like the you know how they're a 2-person for one team kind of thing of games.
I'm just saying Resident Evil 7 was supposed to be good. The previous Resident Evils were good. Mega Man's a great series. They're not EA.
Did you play Resident Evil 7?
Devil May Cry.
Is it the Assassin's
No.
Creed Origins of Resident
I
Evil?
did not get a chance to play Resident Evil 7. We all talked about how great this year is.
How Witcher 3 like is Resident Evil 7?
I'm gonna break this microphone.
No,
seconds.
no, but Capcom did announce Mega Man 11. Actually, they've been releasing these Mega Man Legacy collections, which are just exactly what they sound like, all the Mega Man games in a collection, and two digital collections for the various systems out there. Are they on Switch yet?
No, they have no
Okay.
games on Switch. I mean, besides Resident Evil Revelation.
Right, but section of these games, like the unlockables, they actually people found art for Mega Man 11 and we're like, oh, what's this concept art for? And now it's been confirmed that is what it is. They released a trailer today for Mega Man 11. Interestingly enough, for the last two Mega Mans that they've done, they've been doing Nintendo, like regular Nintendo style 8-bit games, super old school. This one is a little bit more closer to the Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8. It's 3D models on a 2D plane. Looks kind of interesting. It looks a little bit like what was that Mega Man, World of Mega Man, or whatever the one
never was released.
that looked really cool.
Looks really cool.
Yeah, where it's like the level builder one, the Mario Maker before there was Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
It was really good.
This is why Capcom is one of the dumber companies out there, because they canceled that game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's side scroller. Yeah, they had a bunch of Mega Man projects that looked really great, and then they just decided to cancel them all.
Remember Mega Man Legends 3 that had
Yeah.
literally like a huge fan support and upswell, and they're like, nah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there that Mega Man clone that came out like earlier
So
this
Mighty
year?
Number 9. It's
Oh,
not. It is a
it's
Mega.
terrible.
It's supposed to be bad. However, it is designed by the creator of Mega Man.
Kaiji Inafune.
And it's
So,
3D with 2D.
Part of Capcom's bad notoriety is that they wouldn't let him make Mega Man games. Basically, they're a very poorly run company, so he quit, started his own company.
Yeah.
But it ran into a lot of funding and development issues with Mighty Number 9. Supposedly it's all right, but Mega Man 11 looks pretty interesting. And then they also are releasing a Mega Man X collection, which is coming out on Switch.
That is awesome.
I'm down for that.
All the Mega Man X's.
Yeah, as well
That's
as PS4 and Xbox One. And
Real quick though, aside from Mega Man X, do you guys play Mega Man X?
No.
Mega Man
not.
X 2 or 3?
On Super
Played
Nintendo.
any Mega
Yeah,
Man.
yeah,
I've not played any
Xbox,
Mega
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
So I no one knows this, but I built a retro Pi, and
Now everyone knows.
now
Secrets out.
Ukraine knows, and I downloaded X2 and X3, and those games are almost impossible to play. They're so freaking hard.
Did you get to the alligator? That guy's awesome.
I
you
mean,
can actually choose which level
yeah,
you start
exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't
get
beat
to
one
him.
level though. I was playing X2. I could not beat one boss. It was like, I know I suck, but it was hard.
at. Yeah.
Yeah. So the news.
That is all the news
all the
for
news.
us.
Hey, we got
Literally
some
the only thing that
chocobos
happened.
in Assassin's Creed. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, we
Yeah.
got into the show.
This is
gotta
like
get
we
those
saved the best for
chocobos.
last, guys. It's a very important thing. They are going to be putting chocobos in Assassin's Creed Origins. So
Wow.
And they
Yeah.
will be pronouncing them chocobos, even though it's pronounced chocobos.
yeah, whatever.
Chocobros.
Chocobro.
Do you think they'll be playing the music when you ride them?
Who knows? I'm still obsessed with my Assassin's Creed armor for Noctis.
Did you get it?
I haven't used it though.
Well,
It's free, so
I wanna
So
go
I
back
think
and play.
I think we have one last segment of the show tonight. We wanted to talk a little bit more about our guest tonight.
that would be me.
That's Donna.
We know he's never been on this show before.
But I'm
So-
actually guessing as Dave. Oh, dude.
I love this like dude law bro persona.
That is you in a
It's me.
nutshell, man.
It's me. I know it.
Perfectly you.
So Ashlander, we have heard that you are an animator of sorts, right?
I am.
So
Yes.
So what do you animate? What do you draw?
I don't draw too much. It's usually just all pretty much just 3D type things.
Is it 3D?
No.
Do you watch Tim and Eric? Okay, you should watch Tim and Eric. Okay, we'll
I will.
Or no.
I will.
all right, we'll get back to you on that. So you're in 3D, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So that means just like
means that you're not in 2D.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Come on.
Oh, dude, you're in 3D right now, bro.
And you're moderating the show? Jeez.
I don't know.
I was so enthralled with the law, I forgot what dimension I was in.
Okay, so all right, you're just gonna have to keep going.
Anyway, guys.
You have to work through it, okay? We believe in you.
All right, go ahead.
No, it's pretty much just like whatever you see in video games and stuff like that. Just any 3D modeling. Not too much in character animation, but yeah, I work a lot in Cinema 4D. We do a lot of digital marketing for just AAA. I did a Quiznos commercial recently and just a bunch of other stuff. And
Did you model 3D sandwiches?
we did not.
So you work for a company. Is it like a sort of a contractor or a consultant for
It's
sort of
Quiznos.
for these other companies, or do you work for Quiznos?
No, it's just so what happens is like multiple companies come to us for just commercials or how-to videos or anything like that. So it's not exactly that I work for a specific company per se. It's just that we're just kind of like an agency or production agency, pretty much.
Have you ever worked in Maya?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Very frustrating program to work with. I prefer Cinema.
That's what Pillars of Eternity I think was done in. Was Maya. Like I Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. It's a book I've never talked about on the show before.
My God, Brian.
He talks about Maya.
So if you're working in Maya a lot, 2012 must have been a big deal for you.
Just the truth.
So Ashlander, how long have you been animating?
I have been.
I rule.
School counts probably like 6 years or so. We do a lot of other stuff. It's not just animation. So I work a lot like the Adobe suites. So After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator. We pretty much have to wear multiple hats when we do this.
How many hats?
Sorry, we had to get that joke. You guys had the same joke at the same time.
Oh, man.
Now, is this like Mario Odyssey hats?
Happy.
I was actually about to ask how many hats you put on at the same time. You got Sherlock Holmes hats.
I was going to ask that originally too, but then I thought of Mario Odyssey. And
That's a really good
I
joke.
went with that
That's
joke.
very themed.
Yeah. Just, I have no idea how to answer any of you. But,
Answer all of them at once, please.
but no, it's just like you're not really working on one thing every single day. It's just like I could be working on this animation for AAA, and then they could come to me and be like, "Hey, we need something for Bosch like as soon as possible." So you constantly have to just be on your feet. It's more problem solving than anything. There's so many different ways to do one thing.
How has your animation background affected the way that you play games, or has it? Like, do you look at something and be like, oh, I really appreciate the animation style in this game, or oh, I think they could have animated this better, or I would have animated this differently? Do you use that at all in your gameplay?
Not during gameplay, just because I'm too focused on trying to beat
trying
the
to win.
But I focus more movies. When I watch movies, it really kills it for me, just because I watch it in every single scene, especially like title sequences or anything like that. I'm just all like, oh, they used this deformer to do this, and then
Do you see like bad editing and jump cuts where there shouldn't
Oh my
be
gosh.
and all and
Yeah.
stuff like yeah.
Do you see like fake Admiral Tarkins?
Do you
Or
see
Princess
like
Leia CGI?
when you're watching Boss Baby on repeat? Like, how's that animation?
my main reference I go to all the time, Boss Baby.
Boss Baby, the BB.
Yeah,
So how
that's it.
Ashlander calls it.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of different things you do pay attention to.
Sorry, there's definitely not a cat.
My
in the
cat
room.
Timber just made an appearance.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that I normally wouldn't pay attention to, but it kind of sucks in a way because you're just so focused on how they did things, and it's just automatic. As soon as it comes on, you're just all like, "Oh, that compositing's wrong. Like that looks really weird," or like editing, bad editing, and stuff like that. And it's just you point it out so much that you don't really pay attention to anything else. I feel like.
Yeah.
So you can't really turn it off after a while because you do this. I do this every single day.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's definitely a blast. I love the best part about it's just obviously problem solving, and you feel so smart. Like after a while, you're just all like, I did it, and then you just have to like stand back and be like, oh my gosh, I have to appreciate this moment. And then that happens pretty much all the time. So it's pretty great.
That's awesome. That's
One
cool.
animation thing I want to ask about, because we love this game, we've talked about it a lot, Cuphead. What do you think about it? Because I heard they did 24 frames of animation. You talked about you playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think about it as an animator? I know you do 3D stuff, but
Yeah.
it's
Most
still...
cups, you draw a lot of cups.
Obviously.
It's still life.
Very picky about your cup drawings.
No, I love it. Cuphead is amazing. And I definitely appreciate that sort of animation just because I always watch behind the scenes stuff back when old Disney movies and Snow White and how they did their reference footage first and then the animator was actually on set drawing that. So it's, you got to appreciate your roots and things like that. So yeah, I enjoy every bit of it. It is very frustrating and I throw my controller all the time.
Is it hard to appreciate your roots when you're fighting root vegetables?
Yes. It's extremely.
The first
I
boss.
definitely look at flowers and birds a different way now.
You hate all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
That's
But-
awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's just, you go to work and it's always something new, which I enjoy. So
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dudes, my dudettes, any closing thoughts or comments on just life?
I love it, man. I love that life.
What's your gaming legacy? What do you... I mean, I know what you're playing now, but what do you typically, like... If someone was to ask you, pre-Assassin's Creed Origins...
There's nothing.
Like,
Dang.
what
You'd say
kind
nothing.
What kind of...
F that life. I don't want to hear it.
What kind of game... Like, if you were to say, like, oh, I play these kind of games, or I like these kind of games... Do you have an answer for that? If you don't, it's fine. But, we are judging you. So.
We're 3
No
or 4
pressure.
judges in here.
before Assassin's Creed Origins, I was really into Fallout 4. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Go a little bit further back.
Well,
on, yeah,
that's
further
just a
back.
That's
different
pretty much it.
conversation.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on
Like, so
Final
Fallout
Fantasy
4 is like the
13
No.
first game you've
No.
really played?
I've just been getting recently into video games just
Okay.
because
Okay.
before this I didn't really have money to get my own video games and
Sure.
stuff like that. So
So what do
That's
you
cool, though.
think about Chrono Trigger, a game that obviously came out when you were young and you love it, and it's on a modern console?
So what was the first game you picked up?
oh my gosh.
Physically picked up.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have
ooh.
to lift it and then you
was,
put down.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 actually.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, yes.
What system?
The redheaded
was
stepchild
PC.
of Tony Hawk.
PC?
It
Okay,
was
there's
PC.
Nintendo
wow.
64, Dreamcast, PlayStation,
Gamecast.
PC.
My dad, which he taught both of you, is
unless
a
he
your,
taught
dad
you
is,
teacher.
your dad is Mr. D?
He is a Mavis Beacon teaches typing
Mr.
machine,
D.
then I will believe that he taught me. I do know who he is. He's a very nice gentleman.
So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was the first game you picked up.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nice. So to Eric's question though, what have you what's sort of like the lineage? Like what games do you gravitate towards? What do you like?
Well, she answered. She said you're just kind of getting into video games now.
But
so
if you
Yeah,
had to
so-
choose a genre that you like,
Oh, I have no idea.
and you have to tell us honestly,
I
okay?
have no
And every
clue.
single
Right
person
now.
here is going to
Right now,
judge
before
you
this
to
ends.
death. And
Before
if
this
you
ends.
don't like the
I feel
genre,
it. I feel it right now.
Did you put that in the description last week?
He did.
I put
Okay.
it at the title last week.
And then did you put it in the end where it hurts that guy afterwards after that guy?
No, because I didn't
We
know where it
need-
was.
We need more sound bites.
You gotta do that.
I don't know how to find them.
No, it's just anything that looks good, to be honest. I'm not really into genres or anything like that, but if I see just a trailer or anything like that, I'm just like, all right, that looks cool, and then I just play it.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I don't know about that one.
So how do you feel about Mass Effect Andromeda?
Dude,
Loves it.
Do
I
they,
don't-
do they pay you to play that yet, or is it you still have to buy it to play?
It's like a $1. 99
Yeah.
cents.
Poor Mass Effect Andromeda.
They tried. Actually, they didn't try, but
They had the EA effects.
yeah,
The EA effect, man.
they got frostbite.
They needed more loot boxes. Okay, there wasn't enough of them.
more loot boxes.
Would have helped them.
Yeah.
So Ashlander, do you have any questions for us before we sign off tonight?
Why are you guys so rad? Sorry, that was actually.
Wow.
I don't even know how to.
Well, bros, let me be the first to answer about why I'm so rad with the law. I'm like upstanding citizen, dude.
I didn't even talk about the law today.
This guy's always law all the time, man.
I just want to know, like, how long you guys have been playing video games.
Start with Donna because he's
Actually-
been playing the newest. He's
Today's my first day.
Wow, first day on the job.
He played a lot today.
You ever seen that Simpsons where Homer keeps using that as an excuse? It's my first day. And then where he gets in trouble at the plant, and then Mr. Burns is like mad at him, and he goes, "But it's my first day," and he goes, "Oh, it's your first day," kaboom, like that. And oh, man, that's a good one. I've been playing games since I was like 4.
Yeah, I'd say about 5. Yeah.
3, maybe even
Yeah.
3, because I used to watch my dad play Zelda.
He's one up, maybe 4 for me.
But 3 or 4, and then I think I started playing games by myself when I was probably around 4.
Yeah, I want to say it was 91 or 92 because I remember I got into gaming 92 years old. 91 or 92 because I remember getting a Super Nintendo, but it had already been out a year. So I got with Donkey Kong Country. And it was awesome.
I remember the Christmas I got Donkey Kong Country. That was a good one.
Donkey Kong Country 2, I remember that.
I remember because my mom and dad had a regular Nintendo, so I watched a lot of Zelda. I was really into Zelda when I was a kid, and I got in trouble for taking kitchen knives and stabbing the couch once because
I'll never forget
Looking
that.
for rupees.
Because didn't your dad say, like, I am so mad at you?
Oh no, I think that was the same thing. Yeah, and I used to like because if you're a kid and you look at what Link wears, I thought like, oh, he just wears a shirt and no underwear. So I was like, I would like wear a long shirt and a belt, and then like kind of have fun. But then Secret of Mana and Final Fantasy 2, which is actually 4, were like games I really got into when I was like 4 and 5.
And it was sweet.
Yeah, I used to rent those at Videotron every day.
Videotron, nice.
Yep.
Josh, when did you start playing games?
My first when I was 6. My first console was
More
a
about
Sega
me
Genesis.
though.
That's like 5 now. I mean,
we were at 7 a few minutes ago. That's like 9.
So yeah, it was a Sega Genesis.
Brian, where are you going?
I played Sonic and Knuckles and The Lion King.
I mean, Nonic and Seckles.
The line.
Do I remember the Disney like Super Nintendo Sega games? Those were like games that all the kids I would have sleepovers at had, but I would never buy. So I remember like playing Aladdin at a friend's house and The Lion King at a friend's house. And
They actually were really, really good.
the best,
really hard.
They were all right. The best one was Mickey's Magical Quest, easily. The one with the really cool art where like Pete is like a knight and
You're not
kidnaps.
talking about the one with Mickey and Donald, right? The co-op game?
No.
Okay.
Mickey's
That
Magical
game's
Quest
awesome,
is
too.
the one where you like go on the vines and you have the magical powers and stuff.
We
It's a
played that
really
one.
You're not,
On my
you're
pod.
not
Yeah.
talking about the one with the Steamboat Willie intro.
No,
that's Mickey Mania.
Yeah,
Okay, I
that
had
one's
both.
good.
Those
I
are
had that
good,
one.
too.
Yeah, those are
Epic
cool.
Mickey, right?
No, Epic
No,
Mickey is a
Epic
newer
Mickey's
game.
the one with Oswald the Rabbit.
That could have been cool,
We-
but I think it bombed.
They blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were 6, Josh.
I was 6, and I had Sonic and Knuckles and The Lion King, and
Nice.
I got to play 30 minutes a day.
That's
That
healthy.
was- hey, regulate.
My first game was Super Mario World for Super Nintendo, and I was 4 years old, and my parents were staying at a Laughlin casino, and they went out all night and gambled, and me and my grandma stayed in, and she rented me a Super Nintendo console, and I played it till 3 in the morning, and no one showed up. Like, my parents never came home, so I was just like,
Ever.
Ever.
Not even
They packed their
They
bags.
stopped coming home.
So just to make you guys feel old, you've been playing video games since I've been born. I was born in 91.
Oh, we're actually very young. 16-year-old boy here. I just randomly played video games.
I
all my
turned 30
time.
this year.
We were young when we played them.
Well, what? You just admitted that you're turning 30 this year?
I think that was actually Donna. I
The
am a
16
16-year-old
gig is up,
boy,
man.
so I don't think I'll ever admit
I
that.
turn 30 next year.
Okay, so whatever. That was probably another guy that ran to the room and said that
That's my cat, Timber.
Brian is standing up.
for fun.
I named my
Just
cat
for fun.
Timber
I
after,
just like standing up for fun.
Just real quick, I named my cat Timber after the Diddy Kong race. racing character, the
After
tiger.
the Timbaland song.
Timbaland
With
song.
Kesha.
Yeah,
Timber.
Kesha. Yep. Actually, it's not Timberland. It's
Too late
that's
to
a brand of
apologize,
shoe.
man.
It's Pitbull and Kesha.
Pitbull.
I'm
Kesha,
going
sorry,
down. I'm going dimmer. I don't know the
Oh,
song.
man.
Number one
That
song.
song. Cool.
And the
Round
world.
round. I love that song. All right, my dudes,
Discord, cat.
my dudettes. I think we're gonna sign off. I think we're done. I think we're done for the
Dudes,
night.
we're gonna like totally sign off right now. It's gonna be a legal document. You gotta sign it.
We're gonna give our signature, bro.
Trust me. You do not want me to bring this up in court, bro.
All right, guys. Terraform Mars.
That's to us people that can feel things. It hurts.